Hey everyone, Mr. MC here, and this is a lap time challenge guide for Nürburgring GP with any Group 3 car, but for this video we'll be using the Porsche 911 RSR as it's a pretty good handling car. This event is available in sport mode, so make sure you have menu book number 9 completed and you'll be able to access the time trial challenge from October 27, 2022 to November 9, 2022. You want to try to get within 3% of the world record in order to get to 2 million credits when the event ends. And again, you can use any Group 3 car that you have, or you can rent one out. BOP is on and tuning is disabled, so you cannot tune your car. And as I mentioned before, I'll be using the Porsche 911 RSR on the racing hard tires. So let's go ahead and get started with the lap guide. When you're about to start your new lap, go a little bit wide into the final turn. That way you can go for a late apex and get a slightly faster start to your new lap. Stay on the left side of the track, and you want to brake when the path on the left ends, and I'll highlight it in a moment. So right around here, this is where you start to brake as much as you can, slowly easing off of the brakes and turning in just after you pass the 50-meter board. You want to take advantage of the little dip that is at the apex to help the car turn in a bit more and carefully get on the throttle. Now, just after the curb on the left ends, you want to actually bring yourself towards the middle of the track, then use a little bit of braking to turn in a bit more. You can briefly go down to first gear to help the car turn in a bit more, then back up to second gear. Brake before the green area on the right ends and bring yourself all the way to the inside part of the track, all the way to the left. Bring yourself down to first gear. You're trying to set yourself up for the next turn, which is this right turn right here. Being really careful on the throttle. Go up to second gear and carefully accelerate your way out. You can go a little wide, but don't get too greedy, otherwise you will get a track penalty. Then when the track piece on the right ends, that's where you want to start to brake. Take your time going down to third gear and bring yourself towards the left side of the track. So you are doing a little bit of trail braking. Bring yourself towards the left. Brake before the curb on the left ends. And you want to gradually bring yourself down to first gear. The car will start to rotate in a little bit more. Then go back up to second gear and fully accelerate your way out. Just after the curb on the left starts, that's where you want to start to brake. Go down to first gear as you're getting closer towards the apex of this hairpin. You can let the car coast for a short moment, so no braking, no throttle input to let the car turn in a bit more, but exit on second gear. Bring yourself towards the right, turn in just after the curb starts, and do a little bit of a lift off of throttle to try to maintain your momentum, but to let the car turn in a little bit more. And just after this grayish area on the right ends, that's where you want to start to brake. So brake hard for a short while. Slowly ease off of the brakes as you're turning in, so doing a little bit of trail braking. Be nice and careful getting on the throttle. Bring yourself towards the left. Brake nice and early for this next right turn, as it's a little bit longer drawn out, so a little bit of trail braking and just be nice and gentle getting on the throttle to try to get a good start to the back straight, or a good exit to the back straight. Now here comes the final chicane, which essentially determines the fate of your entire lap. Brake just before you reach the 100-meter board. Brake as much as you can in a straight line. Start to turn in just after the 50-meter board. You can briefly go down to first gear to let the car rotate a bit more, but go back up to second gear. And you're really taking advantage of the red and white curves, so I have just a little bit of pixels of tires on the curves, little bit of throttle control, just trying to be really careful with how you exit the chicane. And just after the dry patch of grass on the left starts, that's where you want to start to brake. So full braking power for a short moment and throw yourself into the inside part of the track and carefully get on the throttle. And that is it for the lap guide, but I do want to show you how close I was to getting a track penalty, especially in the first part of the final chicane. So I was really close to getting that track penalty. So this was the front right tire, just barely on the red and white curb, which is still part of track limits. And here you can see me just send it through the final chicane. And that's one of the things about trying to get a really good time here at Nürburgring GP. You have to really send it through the final chicane, as there's a huge chunk of time just hanging out there. But that's going to be it for this video, so hopefully this guide helped you out a bit. And if you like this video, you can press a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I do have a membership program thing that you can check out down below if you want to further support this channel. It really helps me out, it really helps the channel out. And a quick shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys for the awesome support as well. And that's all for me. So this is Mr. CA. Good luck in this time trial, and I'll see you in the next video.